excuse. Whichever way you cut it, I am a rubbish friend. I don't know what to say. I try again. I really am sorry, but I'll make it up to you, I promise. This is a rash statement, as I doubt there is anything I can do to fix her ruined night. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, the kind of story you'd be telling your grandchildren decades later, and I'd blown it for her. I keep picturing Jonathan waiting on that train platform, Mel says, her eyes straying to the stained ceiling as she imagines the scene. He must have thought I'd stood him up. And he had that massive bunch of red roses. It was all so romantic. And then she tightens her lips into a thin line. Or it would have been if you'd just given me the card. Suddenly, and I'm really not proud of this, I want to laugh. The desire to giggle is almost overwhelming, even though giggling now would be about the most inappropriate thing I could do. This is the time to be contrite, remorseful, repentant. I need Mel to understand that even though I am a crap friend, and I let her down more often than Northern Rail, I am very, very sorry. But my mouth doesn't seem to understand the importance of this moment, and my lips start to twitch. I bite them together, but I fear it's too late. The giggle is building from my stomach. I can feel it making its bubbling way up my spine. I tense my shoulders to try and stop it escaping, but it's a determined little blighter, and before I can say sackcloth and ashes, it's out of my mouth. A full-blown guffaw, made all the worse by my trying to contain it. Mel looks at me, as if I've just produced a steak at a vegan barbecue. Her jaw drops, and she begins to shake her head slowly in disbelief. God! I'm sorry, I say, trying to stifle my laughter with a futile hand. But it is kind of funny. What is? You single-handedly wrecking my extraordinarily romantic Valentine's night out? Oh, yes, Emma, she says coldly. It's absolutely hilarious. Pardon me while I pee my pants. But Jonathan, standing there at the station waiting for you, I splutter, with all those roses and the table booked and everything, and you waiting here for him to turn up, getting crosser and crosser. You've got to see the funny side. And then Mel's mouth creases a little at the edges. It's not much, but it's enough. And I know that it's going to be all right. She rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I suppose it is a bit funny, she concedes. If you ignore the fact that you willfully forgot. It wasn't willful, I interrupt. A genuine accident. She looks at me down her nose like our head mistress used to do. That you willfully forgot to give me a Valentine's card that my boyfriend had entrusted to you, and on Valentine's Day, which should have been a pretty big memory jogger. But you did get to the club, I say. After he texted to find out where you were. I mean, I know you missed the candlelit dinner, but the evening wasn't a complete disaster. Mel holds up a warning finger. Don't push it, Em, she says, and I know that if I'm not entirely forgiven already, it won't be far away. Listen, I say. What if I pay for you and Jonathan to go for a romantic dinner somewhere to make up for it? As I say this, I'm thinking of my meagre bank balance and the overdraft that I absolutely promised myself.